5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here they go.
Liftoff.
Easy. And the fan is up. There they go, John.
The Guinness Book of World Records has just been broken in Cleveland. Over 1,500,000 balloons going up in the air at this very, very moment. Look at the crowd below. We did it!
John, there it goes. It's completely covering the Turtle Tower.
Oh, look at that. I want to sing up and away. It is awesome, ladies and gentlemen, to actually be down and see the multi-colors that are going up in the air at this moment.
We did it, John.
This is it.
Let's do it for Cleveland.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is no mistake on the lake anymore. Cleveland has now broken the Guinness Book of World Records and released over 1,500,000 balloons.
Actual adult human beings decided that that would be a good idea to release 1.5 million balloons into the air. Turns out they hit a cold front in the air almost immediately. And you can see in the end of the video, the balloons all go up and then they just start coming right back down. And they landed and littered the northeastern waterways of Ohio. And it killed 2 fishermen. So turns out, not too hot of an idea. The only saving grace was they claim the balloons were biodegradable, but I'm sure all the materials they were made out of aren't toxic and seeping into the waterways or the groundwater at all. I'm sure everything is fine in that regard. But to quote one of the 20th century's greatest philosophers,
some people are dumb.
Yeah,
Yeah, really.
some people are just dumb. What's next?
Wait. Babe, stop cussing. Wait, she's not moving at all.
That's what I'm saying. What is going on? Oh, is no one seeing this? What is going on? Look, even
That's
looking.
crazy.
No, she's looking.
What?
Okay, so glitch in the Matrix videos. I do love glitch in the Matrix videos because there's a high probability that we are living in a simulation. And I have a hot take about that. Because it's been shown that statistically it's very likely that we're in a simulation. If any society ever in the universe since the dawn of time was able to make a simulation that's indistinguishable from reality, then they'd probably make hundreds, millions even, of these simulations. And then it's more likely that we live in one of those millions of simulations than it is that we live in the one base reality. But it begs the question, what are they simulating? And here's my hot take. You know the Fermi paradox? It says, the Fermi paradox is the contradiction between the high probability of advanced extraterrestrial civilizations in the universe and the lack of evidence of their existence. So, as they've said, where is everybody? That's what they're simulating. In base reality, in the reality in which the simulation is running, there are planets full of extraterrestrial advanced life. From the dawn of humanity, we were included in some kind of Galactic Federation, Star Trek-esque type coalition. They helped us along. They got us to like maybe a utopian type of state. But humans went, what would we have been like if we were left to our own devices? If we had evolved without any help from anyone, and the universe was just empty, and the only intelligent, advanced species was humans, what would we have done by ourselves? This is the simulation. That's what they're simulating in this reality. That's hot take number one. I have a hot take number 2, but it's after this video here.
Sleep, drift away, next sleep, drift away. Sleep, drift away.
Watch. You alright? It's just a bottle. No, it's not. Pick it up again. There you go. This is for you.
Focus right here for me. Deep breath in. Breathe out, sleep. Staying on your feet, relaxing even deeper every muscle. Third, next time you open your eyes, your feet are completely stuck to the ground. You cannot move them. 1, 2, 3, eyes open. Doing great. All right. And you said you didn't want to, it wasn't working? All right, well, you can head back to the audience. If it didn't work, you can head back to the audience and we're good. What's going on? I thought you said it didn't work. It didn't? Sleep. Right back down.
Hot take number 2, and stay with me here. I think the payoff will be worth it. Sorry if it goes on a little long, but let's starting with video games. You've maybe played video games. I have, and all the way from original Mario Brothers for the NES up to Elden Ring. If you've played these games, you know that you can exploit the villains, the NPCs, because they are slaves to their programming, and there is no NPC that's as perfect or that can adapt as well as the person with the controller playing the game. So you find these little exploits in order to defeat the enemies. And this kind of goes back to the last video, the simulation. If we were living in a simulation and there were NPC characters in this simulation, I always thought, how come nobody has been able to find a way to exploit the NPCs like you do in any other game? And I saw an episode of a Darren Brown show where he got 100 people together and he said, first, before he started any hypnotism stuff, we have to find out who is susceptible to hypnotism. And all hypnotists will tell you, in order for hypnotism to work, you have to be susceptible to hypnotism, and not everybody is. And it kind of hit me. I was like, they're finding out who the NPCs are. That's what they're doing. NPC character people, the way they work in this world, the NPC humans, take in information and spit it all back out based on everything they've seen. So like you're maybe 7 years old and you watch a TV show where somebody gets cheated on, and then when you're in high school you get cheated on, so you know the appropriate response is to be angry and to cry. Everything is based on things you've already seen. And what do these hypnotists do? I know Darren Brown he would shake your hand also, just like this guy was doing, but he would grab your hand like you were gonna, like a normal handshake, and he'd push it right into your face and then give you instructions. Be like, oh, you're gonna fall asleep. They don't have a point of reference for somebody doing that. They know a handshake is normal, but then like they've never seen in a TV show where somebody just pushes the hand into your face. They've never observed anyone in life, their friends, their family getting handshake right into your face. So it immediately was like, what is the reaction? And then right in that moment, you go to sleep. They become more susceptible to instructions. They're exploiting NPCs, or it's a cheap parlor trick. I don't know. Like it's possible. I just think it's a fun thought that hypnotism is actually based on exploiting and identifying and then exploiting NPCs just for fun, just to mess with them. But I don't know. What do you think? What are your thoughts? Are there NPCs? I know it can be a dangerous thought because I don't I mean, if you're wrong, I like to err on the side of caution, and nobody is an NPC, as far as I'm concerned. It's fun to think about, but I don't ever want to like dehumanize anyone, like, they're just an NPC. Because I don't have any real evidence for that, and until I do, everybody is a human and is, worthy of all human treatment. I don't want anyone to actually believe that NPCs are out there, but it's a fun thought, perhaps. What do you think? As you think, let's watch another video, huh? Okay, so a couple things about this one. The first thing, and probably the most obvious thing, is it's staged, it's fake, pretty clearly. That blanket isn't being moved by like an apparition. It is being moved from one like half an inch, very specific spot, and it's being pulled from that one spot down towards the floor. Conveniently, the blanket is folded, so like if there was a string or a cord, the blanket would be over that, and it's being pulled down into it, and as it goes down, it starts to bunch up, and you can almost see the location of the cord where the blanket is bunching up. So yeah, it's totally fake. The number two thing that I noticed about this video is the location of the camera. You'd think you get a security camera to maybe face the doors or facing your valuables, but this guy pointing it right at the master bed for any of those sexy bed crimes that might be committed. I think this guy's like Dennis from Always Sunny. It just always needs to record it. So I see you. I see what you're up to, you dirty dog. But the reason I picked this video is because it reminded me of a personal experience. I don't believe in ghosts. My mom does, and she's always been saying for years, decades, our house where I grew up is haunted. And not too long ago, a couple years back, so like as an adult, I was over there, I went in my old bedroom, I was on the phone, just farting around, sitting in my bed, and I swear I felt like what seemed to be like a 200-pound person just sit right at the edge of the bed. Not like a light, weird shake, not like something, whoa, something seems off. It was just like somebody just sat on the bed. I kicked my legs at it because it just felt like somebody sat down. I was like, get off of the bed. But there's nobody there, and I got up and I walked out, and I was like, okay, I don't believe in ghosts or anything, but that was the weirdest thing I have experienced. Also, I'm Hat, and if you like videos of this nature, please feel free to subscribe. I want to do 2 videos a week is the goal. I wanted to upload them on Saturday and Sunday. I think they might end up just being random. So hit that bell and get notified when I upload if you want. Do what you want. I don't care. What am I, your dad? I don't know. Do your homework. Let's watch another video.
They've been hiding this from you. During the 1900s, bells around the world were all collected and destroyed. Governments claimed it was due to the metal shortage during the world wars. However, it is believed that there is a much more sinister motive. Bells are powerful tools. They are not just signals that another hour has passed. These bells clear negative energy, raise vibrations, and connect us with higher realms. Fully aware of this, they were destroyed to suppress human awakening and maintain control over our collective consciousness. By eliminating these powerful instruments, society is forced to a lower vibrational state, and a further disconnect is made between us and the realms above. But it gets even deeper. In 1953, the standard frequency of music was intentionally adjusted from 432 Hz to 440 Hz. The 440 Hz frequency is considered disharmonious and disruptive to our energy fields, while the 432 Hz frequency is believed to align with the Earth's natural resonance. promoting healing and awakening. Without the sound of bells and the constant exposure to modern music, society is being kept at a lower vibrational state, resulting in our connection to the divine being weakened.
Let me really quick share something with you that I think might be important moving forward about myself, and that's I don't believe in any conspiracy theories, and I don't believe in any paranormal stuff in the true sense of the word believe. Like, believe is conviction, and I have zero conviction for everything. But I do have a percentage kind of like of what how much I think it's probable. So there's something like flat Earth, 0.1% probable to me. Something like, I don't know, a small clandestine, shadowy group of ultra wealthy individuals that get together and decide what they want to do with the planet or make decisions that will impact everybody. That's like 99% probable. And everything else falls on that spectrum. So these bells, do bells ringing affect our vibrations and keep us healthy and boost us up as far as our consciousness goes? I give that like a 37%, which is kind of high for me. I think that's like it's possible. I think everything is vibrations. Not enough people think about vibrations, and Einstein did. He thought string theory is vibrations. So yeah, I could see that being a thing. Did they take all the bells and change the music to keep us disharmonious with nature? Like I said, I do kind of believe that a small group of individuals make decisions for everybody, and if they could keep us sick, and they could keep us disharmonious, I bet they would. So maybe it's interesting to think about. Also, real quick, I grew up in a town that played bells on the hour, and it was speakers, of course. And I bet a lot of you have experience with hearing speakers of bells. Would it kill anyone to just have actual bells? As a society, here's what I would like. 2 things brought back that we used to have all the time. Bells, actual bells ringing in church towers. Number 2, tri-cornered hats. Everybody agrees tri-cornered hats look awesome. You can make some cool looking tri-cornered hats, and yet we just can't accept people wearing them. You can't go out in a tri-cornered hat to the bar. You can't wear them like you used to and look elegant. Bring back tri-cornered hats, bring back bells. All right, next clip, please.
Did you know that words are spells? That's why we learn spelling in school. The English language was purposefully manipulated in order to keep us disconnected from the words that we are speaking. To write is to perform a rite, and a rite is a ritual. So every time you write a sentence, you are sentencing someone to your spell. Every sound that we speak has an energetic footprint and meaning. When we visualize, we are using our visual eyes to see different realms. When you say bless you, you are saying be less you, be less you. You're casting a spell for them to be less. You have to be in a weak days to make it through the weekdays. And by weakened, you are so weakened. And when you talk, you are creating a torus energy field. Sound vibrations leave the body in the form of magnetism. Magnetism is magic. Magic influencing matter.
28% is what I give this one. As someone who, like an idiot, majored in English, a language I already speak, in college, I still do find words and their origins and prefixes and suffixes and like the connection to ancient languages that our current language still has. I find that stuff to be very interesting. For example, look at this real quick.
Back in ancient Rome, the area around Rome was filled with a bunch of marshlands. Those marshlands smelled terrible. The people in Rome believed that there was a terrible disease caused by the air around those marshlands. We now know that it had nothing to do with the air, but the mosquitoes that were living in the marshes that were causing that disease. We still use the same name that they used for that disease. The Latin word for bad air. Bad, mal, air, area, malaria.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. Stuff like that is pretty awesome. And our society, interestingly enough, has this element to its superstition regarding the power of words. You look at Miyazaki's Spirited Away, the antagonist gains power over the protagonist by taking her name. And when she doesn't know her real name, she can't break the spell. Same with Rumpelstiltskin. You have to find out Rumpelstiltskin's true name to be able to break the spell once again. So that there is an interesting correlation between knowing a true language or a true word for something and then having a magical ability over it. And that kind of goes back through history. It's neat. What else we got?
Are we looking at pyramids in Antarctica over the ice wall from Operation High Jump in 1946? This footage is circulating around and I'm going to show it to you in a second. But first, if you really don't think there's an ice wall, check this out. This is genuine footage from the Navy from 1957. And you tell me what you see when you look at this. And this goes on and on and on. And I want to show you something about it that's very peculiar. Now I want you to pay particular attention to how this is a concave ice wall. If it was convex, like this at the bottom of a globe, it would be convex because it would be a continent at the bottom. If we were inside of it and it surrounded us, it would be concave. Like we see anytime someone shows us footage from the Antarctic shore that holds in all the oceans. Now let's check out these pyramids. It looks pretty legit to me, but
I'm wearing an ice wall hat and am the living embodiment for confirmation bias, is what I'm sure he was going to say. Anyone could take 5 minutes in Photoshop, download the seal of the Navy, and then type whatever they want under it, and then you could put an episode of Kids Next Door after it and say, like, this is official Navy footage. No. You can't just say that. I'm just supposed to believe it because there was a picture of the Navy emblem before a video played. No. How about no? Also, if you're really wanting to believe that an ice wall exists and we live on a flat earth and there's pyramids that are over the ice wall, you better get good at identifying AI footage, and that is AI-generated pyramid. It's so obvious. Like, come on. I just thought it would be fun to put in a video that's just so obviously silly, and a good example of confirmation bias. Well, we sure had fun looking at some creepy, conspiratorial, and paranormal type videos today. I hope you enjoyed yourself. And I feel like I should do like a Mr. Rogery thing. If this is the way I'm talking. Well, we sure had fun today, digital online neighbor, and we're sure doing a good time here. I hope you can join us next time when we look at some more creepy videos. Try and subscribe if you can. Could you imagine trying and failing? Why would I say try and subscribe? I trust you all enough to be able to subscribe if you put your mind to it. Subscribe if you want, and join us again next time as we look beyond the veil. What does that even mean?